As much as I hate to say this, I have to. And why? Do I, OUA Knicks podcast, a person who sees light in every situation, hate that I have come to terms with this revelation? Well, because it's admitting to a possible failed season. And it's something that may humiliate our entire franchise. Something us, as Knicks fans, never saw coming. And that is that the New York Knicks fumbled the ball when they signed Evan Fournier. First, I want to thank you guys for joining me. And if you're new to the channel or a returning viewer and want to support, I ask that you hit that subscribe button for your boy. And stay tuned for my post-game live streams where I talk to you guys and let you and my thoughts about the Knicks games be heard. I stream after every game, so I hope to see you guys there along with the rest of the Knicks mob. But anyways, back to Fournier. Now when I say they fumbled the signing, I mean game tied. The coach just drew up an amazing play, but instead, the ball gets loose and the other team picks it up, runs it back, game over type of fumble. And to be honest, it's worse than that. To say Fournier has been a shell of himself is disrespecting players who have been a shell of themselves. He's been out of this world bad, and not just on defense. I mean, I could live with him not being a defender, but when you find yourself cringing whenever he takes a shot, that says even more. Last season, Fournier was a 19-point per game scorer till he went with the Celtics. And he also showed signs of being able to carry his team on occasions. Now he's a 12-point per game scorer and repeatedly bringing down his team. From his critical turnovers to the way he's lackadaisical on defense, Fournier has wet the bed all but 3 games this season, to the point where fans are begging the Knicks to trade him, and for good reasons at that. He went from a positive 2.8 plus minus with Boston to a minus 3.8 with the Knicks, a stat that's even worse than his Orlando days, and at least there he was the main scorer besides Vooch. So where do we go from here with Fournier? Do we chuck it up and admit that the signing him was a big mistake? Do we trade him as a cash piece to attractive contract in? Do we use him as part of a package for a better player, all while giving up assets and young players that are sought after? Or do we bench him? Maybe bring Walker back in the starting lineup. I mean, how worse could that be? All in all, we have to admit that he doesn't fit this team. Is it the front office fault? Maybe. Could Tibbs be using him wrong? I don't know. But what I do know is something's got to happen, and fast. How long will he bring our team down? And no, I'm not saying all of our problems are on him, but I will give 50% of the blame to him, mainly because every player scores high on him. Teams are starting to search out whoever he's guarding, and he's not been efficient enough on the offensive end to make up for that behavior. So the best bet will be to remove him from the starting lineup indefinitely. Bring Kemba back and put Burks in at the 2. I mean, we're already losing, so how much more would it hurt? I'd like to thank you all for joining me. And if you think Evan Fournier is at least part of the problem, do me a favor by smashing that like button. And if you're new to the channel or a returning viewer and you would like to support, please do me a favor and subscribe to my YouTube. The season is not over and we got a lot more to talk about. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And remember to always lead by example.